Nothing. Boy, I smell gas. Ooh, smells like straight gasoline. We have a pretty good air leak. We'll take the spacer, put it on the mill, flatten it all out, make sure it's nice and even, and then it should seal. Let's get this carburetor off. Hey, what's up guys? Got a new project that we're gonna start on today in the shop. Check this out. 1976 Ford F-350 Ranger Camper Special. Extended cab, long bed, 3/4 ton. Cool old truck. We have a few new parts that we've ordered for it. We'll show you those in a bit. But first off, let's get the disc plow out of the shop and get the Ford pushed in there. And in a couple days, we'll be driving this thing. We hope. Let's cross our fingers. But let's get it in the shop. So the customer brought this truck to me and they could not get it to run right at all. And I think we kind of know why. That's way too big of a carburetor for this 460. You know, a lot of people think that the bigger the carburetor you go, the more horsepower, the better your vehicle will run, but your engine's got to be set up for it, and this one is not. Try it again. Yeah. Nothing. Boy, I smell gas.
Yeah, that's certain.
It's bad. Let's pull the dipstick and see what the oil looks like.
That's careful.
So they said, the customer said, that they put this carburetor on there, tried to dial it in, and said that it flooded. Said they hooked a gas can to it and it went through about 5 gallons of gas in 15-20 minutes. So that tells me that it flooded and it's probably in the oil. Ooh, smells like straight gasoline. It's pretty clear too. We got a new carburetor for it, which is just kind of like an Edelbrock, off-brand Edelbrock. We've used these a couple times and I know we're gonna get some flack for it, but I don't care. They work really well. We've dialed them in on 2 different vehicles now and we like them. They run good, and so far they've lasted quite a long time. So I just figure, why not spend half the money on something that's going to work just as good. We also got this. This is what I think is awesome right here. So this is a Chevy HEI distributor set up for a Ford, adapted over on the bottom for a Ford. So you get the good running aspect, coil aspect with the HEI ignition and able to put it on a Ford truck. So we'll get a few of those things done. We'll change the oil and I'm pretty sure this thing will run. Let's get tearing it apart. All right, my dad got this carburetor all undone and I think we're ready to pull it off. Everything's unhooked and it stinks. Man, it stinks. But yeah, it's got gas. It's dripping. Look at that. A lot of gas all over that.
Yes.
It was getting gas. Probably would have got about 1.5 miles per gallon on this carburetor. Holy double pumper. Way too much for this truck. Gas hog, that's what it says. Alright, so is this spacer gonna work for that other carburetor?
Yeah.
It is?
Should work fine.
Here, you read the precautions.
Can't be. Says
Precautions.
if you're attempting to change this carburetor, you should have stayed at school.
Look at that. Wobbin', wobbin'.
What is not?
Yeah, basically, knock off Edelbrock. Half the price. Well, it's less than half the price.
Is it?
I just buy them off eBay. And yeah, you might not get the warranty or anything that you get from Edelbrock in the name Edelbrock, which I'm not knocking on Edelbrock. I like Edelbrock. But why not? I mean, we're not building a race car or a show truck. We just want to get this running where they can enjoy this whole truck. So let's get her put on. All right, so we ran into kind of a dilemma with this carburetor. There is nothing to attach the kickdown cable to. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build a bracket that comes right off the back of that carburetor bolt. It comes up, saddles this. We'll put a bolt in or something right here so when you come back with this throttle, bam, it sends that kickdown cable back. See if we can hit it right there. See how it kind of sends it back. We came up with a different idea for this kickdown cable, which is going to work way simpler and way better. So my dad came up with, we'll just use one of these clamps here, and then I'll come off the back of the carburetor with this piece of aluminum and bend it up and mount it to that right there to send that out floating. So it can't go up, down, it can just go in and out. Man, nobody will ever know. I don't think it's made like that.
Yep.
My dad's gonna pull a distributor and get all that ready and show you the new one.
There it is. Anyway, these bushings are completely shot in this distributor. So, see how that moves all over? We'll just junk it.
Carburetor's all done. It's all hooked up. Distributor's dropped in, but we ran into an issue. Check this out. So the original thermostat housing is right in the way of the distributor. So we just ordered a new one that comes up and out on a 90 degree. And so we're hoping that it clears that distributor. If not, I'll cut this one and I'll make my own. So we have the ability to do that. So, but yeah, look how good the carburetor looks. We're also going to have to build a spacer for the air cleaner, depending on how it sits, because of this big, huge guy right here in the front. Kind of looks funny, but it's going to run good. All right, so we ran into an issue with this water neck. Got this one I ordered in. This one I ordered in. The bolt pattern right here is way far off. So in order to get one, I've got to order one, and it won't be here for probably about a week is what they're saying. So what I'm going to do, I mean, it can't hurt to try. I'm going to take this one, clean it all up. I'm going to slice it, bring this over at a 45 degree angle, and TIG weld it back together. And if it works, it's awesome. If it doesn't, then we just wait till we get the other neck in. But I want to run this truck, but I don't want to run it without antifreeze in it. Smells like burnt antifreeze for some reason. All right, we got the distributors in.
It's pretty cool.
The water neck's in. We don't know if it's going to seal or not. We'll find out in a minute. Carburetor's in. We've got a jumper wire headed from the distributor up to the battery, and new oil. I think we're ready to try to start this. See if this truck runs. Cross our fingers. Let's see. All right, you ready?
Okay. Yeah, that thing's leaking like crazy. Sure don't run very good.
No, it acts
We're
like it's
leaking
out.
gas too. That son of a...
That's as good as a Ford runs, isn't it?
I think we got some foul plugs.
What?
I think we got some way foul plugs.
Right, it's a new day in the shop. Last night we determined that spark plugs are bad. So some of these spark plugs, well, all the spark plugs look new, and I'm sure that the owner of this truck replaced them when they started messing around with it and trying to get it to run. But one of these spark plugs was cracked down inside the insulator, and it was sparking clear down inside there. All right, spark plugs are all changed. And we're gonna see if it runs better now. Because it just wasn't running worth a crap yesterday. And a lot of it was just misfire. So see if we can fire it up and get it timed. Cross our fingers that it runs smooth this time. All right, here we go.
Still ain't running right.
Fuel?
I don't know.
Well, that still kind of runs funny. We're going to check the heat on the cylinders and make sure everything's firing.
Oh.
One number 3's not. All right, well, kind of figured out an issue here that's important. Is don't listen to Google, right?
That's right.
Don't listen to Google. So we looked up what the firing order was, gave us a pattern, everything. And our pattern, where's your pattern? Was 1372655 is what the internet says. Well, guess what? Our firing order on the engine block, we found it on the intake manifold, which was covered in grease, and we scraped it. It's 1542638. Some of you probably know that, and you're sitting there going, well, that's what it is. But anyway, don't listen to Google. Try it again. Wow. Look at that. That's not even timed yet. That runs good. All right. I've got a part 2 tractor I'm working on. This is a spool. It goes in between where the discs are. I'll show you what it is. So anyway, we're working on this disc. You'll see that in another video. But in between each one of these discs is what they call a spool. And we're replacing those on that side. That's why that whole entire axle's gone out of that. If my calculations are correct, that should go over the carburetor. We'll make a 2-inch spacer out of it. All right, this is my gasket for my carburetor. Think it's gonna fit? Think it's gonna work? Oh, that's perfect. It's even a little bit bigger, so that's great. It'll go right over it. Well, can't really tell, but the saw knocked the part out of whack because there was a little bit of a lip on the back end of that, and it caught it and it just turned it. So I'm gonna put on the lathe, clamp it right there, face it off, and we'll make it within a couple of thousandths true. So let's get it shaved down. It's within about 15 on the OD. That ought to be just fine. Right, there it is. Turns out it is a 1 3/4 inch spacer from farmer disc plow to air cleaner spacer. Think it's gonna work? Oh, look at that.
Don't get no better.
That, it even matches the carburetor. Now the question is, will the air cleaner sit? Okay. Setting in place, clears everything. It's like it was made that way. Nobody will ever know. Well, let's get it started up. We've got the air cleaner on. Spacer worked great. Everything's really, I mean, it's all hooked up. Let's start it and let's get it timed. Okay, go ahead. Wow, that runs smooth. Good thing you can get to this.
It's nice. Better than most.
That's true. I mean, maybe that's why Ford put the distributors in the front.
Yeah,
because they knew you were gonna have to mess with it.
Yep.
It's for all you Ford guys. I don't mind old Fords.
Yeah, well, it's more tough. It's shit stuff. Look at
Yeah.
that distributor.
Yeah, it's built Ford tough with Chevy stuff. Okay, well, let's start it up and back it out and let it run for a minute. Put some fresh gas in it. See what happens. See if it drives. Whoa! It wants to go. Boy, it wants to go. All right, it's a new day in the shop, and after doing some testing and some looking over this truck and spraying starting fluid around it, we determined that we have a pretty good air leak. It's pulling in air up underneath here on that carburetor spacer between the intake and the carburetor, down right on that left-hand side. So we're gonna pull the carburetor back off. We'll take the spacer, put it on the mill, flatten it all out, make sure it's nice and even, and then it should seal. Let's get this carburetor off. There's the spacer. I'm gonna paint it with some Dicom we'll run a file over it and figure out where it's warped, what's going on with it, so we know exactly where to mill it. So we'll paint this on here and then run a file across the top of it, and it'll tell us where it's warped.
Let's decide with something.
Look at the gap right
I
down
can
there.
see it.
You bring that camera down.
No wonder.
You can see daylight through that right there.
That ain't warped, it's twisted.
Yeah, so it's not touching that edge either.
Wow.
This thing is way out. Well, I'm surprised it runs as good as it runs. We'll fix it.
I would say.
Okay, well, we'll pull it out, clean up some of this stuff with the Dicom remover, and we'll get it mounted back on the truck, and I'll bet it runs a lot better now. All right, my dad got the carburetor put back on. It's all put back together. Let's see if it runs. Well, we need to make some adjustments. Unless he's gonna back it out. I don't think that's the garage. Okay, we'll get the idle and the air fuel adjusted, air fuel mixture adjusted on it and stuff like that, and then see if we can get it to run a little bit better. Well, seems like it's running pretty good. I'm happy with it. My dad's happy with it. We adjusted the timing a little bit, adjusted the carburetor. We're just gonna throw the air cleaner on it, get everything buttoned back up, call the customer, and he just needs to drive it. All right, well, the owner of the truck just got here. We're gonna see if it'll start. So maybe pump it 2 or 3 times and then see what it does. So yeah, he's gonna take it for a spin and let it warm up, and we'll see how he likes it. All right, she's all warmed up, and we're gonna let him get it out of here. Might be like a 5-point turn. Seems like it's doing all right. It drives. Well, another satisfied customer. I'm happy, my dad's happy, he's happy, and hope you guys enjoyed that one. Those old ones are fun. Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments of these old trucks that we're doing, because I'm sure enjoying it. Thanks for watching.